Today I'm talking about the most underrated charisma tip.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy. And I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking about one of the most underrated tips when it comes down to being charismatic, okay? Now, we teach a lot on this channel regarding flow state, how to have an autotelic personality, how to be a high performance expert, also how to combine your spirituality as a way of life, okay? And one of the things that I've noticed is actually a tip from Vanessa Van Edwards. And it's quite interesting because this is also Ross Jeffrey's niece. And if you know Ross Jeffrey, he's the inventor of speed seduction, okay? So you understand this woman already has a few links towards this kind of social calibration gift, okay? And actually, she's looking at the science too, which makes it very, very interesting for anybody to look into. And one of the techniques that she mentions for being charismatic is to gush, not to gossip. There's a very big reasoning for this, okay? The reason why you want to gush means to just praise somebody, to give them an accomplishment intro, to demonstrate, your higher value, to praise and talk good about others, not gossip about others and talk bad about others, basically, right? Because when you're gossiping about other people and you're talking about them, let's say, oh, that person is really weak or that person is really mean. When you're saying that, people are subconsciously going to be associating those traits to you. This is the secret. So whatever you talk about, understand that people are subconsciously linking those attributes towards your self-image. This is one of my best friends. He's so much fun and he's super carefree. And he's actually one of the best in his field at, the art that he does. Now they're actually associating those attributes to you, okay? So it's quite interesting. I mean, I know it's kind of like a social maneuver, but again, people gossip way too much, right? And they stay there. They stay stuck in that lower vibrational energy of really petty things and talking about, oh, this person did that or that person did that, or, I can't believe that they blank. So just the very quick tip of not gossiping, and instead, when you feel like gossiping, you instead praise something about someone else or that person, or look for the positive in people and really talk about that, right? Don't overdo it, obviously. This is all not towards an extreme, right? These are tips that are not towards any kind of extreme, okay? I notice a lot of people when they go to venues, they stay away from groups of people, right? This is not going to get you closer to people. So you need to stack little moments where you get at least closer to them, like at least walk past them, go into a group with a bunch of people sitting around. Put yourself in these uncomfortable situations if you do have a bit of social anxiety. What I'd highly recommend is you wait in long queues. You can always say, oh, hey, that looks really good. What is that? Or you can always talk to the person behind you, like, hey, what brings you here? This is a way better segue, you could say, towards forming a deep rapport with someone because there's that close proximity, okay? So proximity as well as, pumping someone up, boosting someone up with your positivity. Those are the two things, right? Finally, I just want to mention this one briefly. This is also from Vanessa, where she says that charismatic people actually embrace their imperfections. Now, I think this is very true. I think the sexiest, most attractive people on the planet have a deep level of self-acceptance, right? They absolutely know where they're at. They're not hiding behind anything, okay? They're not trying to sugarcoat things. And they're not being completely blunt without social calibration either, okay? There's a fine line where they are owning up to the fact that, hey, I am nervous to talk to you. Well, actually, I'm not that comfortable with my shirt off. Believe it or not. It's completely normal. It's completely natural, right? We all have insecurities. You've got to embrace those flaws at times and actually help those flaws to connect with others because it makes you more human. It doesn't make you like a robot. You don't want to be a socially calibrated robot. The more robotic you appear, the less charisma that you have, okay? Note this down. So really, coming into conclusion with all these tips, you want to understand that you're not gossiping, but you're gushing. You have close proximity with people. And at the same time, you're owning and accepting whatever is. This is allowing you to tap into that charisma. You've now opened the valves of charisma so that energy can now flow through you. Earlier, you're adding a lot more layers to it. Like, let's say that you start judging somebody really hard, right? Oh, this person is just weird, dude. I can't believe that let's say that you're going there, okay? You're judging that person to create a false sense of control. Okay? It's an illusion. It's a false sense of control. So if you can acknowledge that and surrender to the moment, you'll actually start to understand that, hey, this is more to do about me. Like, this is some kind of a weird transference, rage or jealousy or whatever it is, right? That I'm just kind of projecting on to these people or this person. That's not the real me. You don't want to be known as the person who just goes around talking shit about people, right? You don't. But if you can see people at their potential, which is what coaches do, actually. Coaches can actually make very charismatic people because they understand how to build rapport. Okay? That sense of comfort, that sense of connection. They understand the law of they've got to first create internal rapport. They've got to have a good conversation flowing internally to have it then flowing externally. I hope these tips helped you out today. If it did, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to know when I'm dropping videos every day. You already know, you're part of the empire, the flow state continuum. Here we go, Flow Jedis. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's go.